The wildest ride in Disneyland taught me the biggest secret about building wealth. And that sounds super counterintuitive, right? But what if I said that the one golden rule of money you believe and are clinging to is the very thing keeping you financially stuck? Let's head into Adventureland, where there's one ride that turns everything you think you know about risk, safety, and getting rich upside down. So grab your coffee and meet me at Indiana Jones, because this is Lady Boss of Finance, Disneyland Money Edition. First off, congratulations! If you're here, that means you've made it through Main Street, USA, and you have your 3 gifts in hand. If you don't have your 3 gifts, check out my previous video. Because as we leave the Castle Hub behind and head to Adventureland next, you're gonna notice something strange. You can see into every original land at Disneyland, except Adventureland. No wide entrance, no open reveal, and this is our first financial hidden Mickey. Walt did this on purpose. Adventureland is designed to make you feel a little uncertain. It's more narrow. It's more shadowy. That's a word. It's a little too quiet unless there's kids screaming. It's also where there's no churros or popcorn sold so that you feel like you're stepping into a deep, unknown jungle with all those jungle smells. That's also, by the way, exactly what risk and what growing your money feels like. You don't know what's coming next, but you go anyway. And for me, this is also where my financial story took a massive and unexpected turn. A turn that leads us right into one of my all-time favorite Disneyland rides, Indiana Jones Adventure. Indiana Jones is the only ride in Disneyland that literally makes you feel like you made a huge mistake. Right after a quick seatbelt check, your Jeep rumbles forward to the Chamber of Destiny, where 3 doors stand before you: the Fountain of Eternal Youth, the Chamber of Earthly Riches, and the Observatory of the Future. Each one promises something different: vitality, wealth, or vision. But here's the twist. You don't choose the door. The door chooses you. And for me, as someone who didn't grow up wealthy and wanted more than anything to become rich, when golden light spilled from the Chamber of Earthly Riches after I joined an investment management firm, I truly believed I'd been given a gift. But as I'm sure you already know, sometimes the things that look like gifts are actually detours into everything you still need to learn. I thought learning how to get rich meant learning from investment professionals who manage trillions of dollars. I thought I was on my way. But what did I do? What do we all do on the ride? Foolish mortals, the voice shouts, because I looked directly into Mara's eyes and was immediately sped away to the gates of doom. And for me, those gates led, of course, as we already know in the ride, to that cavern of bubbling death, aka 6 years of being invested in a diversified portfolio with well-meaning index funds and this slow, quiet, and painful realization as my Jeep sat on that bridge over the lava that my money wasn't actually growing. Now hang on a second, we're gonna back this Jeep right on up, right? Because what about all of that conventional wisdom you hear from financial influencers? Diversify your portfolio. Index funds are safe. Don't put all your eggs in one Disneyland basket. Disney park guests, I hate to break it to you, but just like that dark corridor on the ride, that kind of advice, it can feel safe until you're surrounded by spear-wielding skeletons hurling darts at your financial progress. Because the painful lesson I learned, thanks to a friend who used to be a financial advisor, took a look at my portfolio, was this. Diversification is what you do when you already have money and want to protect it. But if you're trying to build wealth, especially if you don't want it to take your entire lifetime, it means you need a highly concentrated portfolio of a few, not a lot, a few high growth investments. And that realization, we know what happens in the ride next. It brought me to the darkest part of the ride. The Jeep slows and stops. That's exactly what it felt like the day I finally opened my investing app and hovered over the sell button. Selling off my diversified index funds, I was backing up the Jeep in my mind, absolutely paralyzed. Because deep down, I still had ghosts, childhood money fears, fear of being wrong, fear of messing it all up. And then it happened. The boulder. You know the moment I'm talking about. The Jeep jerks forward. You hear the roar. And suddenly, this massive rock is barreling toward you. Your heart, it drops. You swear this is the end. And that moment, that visceral panic, that's exactly how I felt once I sold off all of my safe investments and instead bought high growth ones. And what happened next? The floor dropped. My investments dropped harder and faster than they ever did in my diversified portfolio. It felt like the absolute worst thing that could have possibly happened. But then, counterintuitive, I did what my advisor friend recommended. Didn't feel right, but I bought even more of those growth investments when their price was low, aka when they go on sale. And what happened next? It legitimately floored me. Because instead of getting crushed by the boulder, I went underneath it. I didn't get flattened. My investments, they began to soar. And they soared higher and faster with my new concentrated portfolio of high growth investments. And that's the magic. That's when I spotted a financial hidden Mickey. The riskiest part of taking a bold step isn't the risk itself. It's standing still, frozen by the fear, doing what used to feel safe but no longer works for you or your life goals. As my Jeep turned the corner and I saw Indy, you know the moment, right, where he's standing in front of the crushed boulder, I began to wonder, what if I hadn't looked into Mara's eyes? What if I hadn't been ruled by fear? What would I have actually seen had I received what was really behind the chamber of earthly riches before spending 6 years using the wrong strategy for my life goals? Turns out there's a secret artifact behind each of the ride's chamber doors, each artifact hiding in plain sight, revealing what it really takes to become wealthy. Artifact number 1. The inverted idol of wisdom. It looks like a solid gold statue, but take a closer look. It's actually upside down because it flips everything you thought you knew. You were told diversify to stay safe, but here's what the artifact actually teaches you. Diversification preserves, concentration builds. And if you want your smaller dollars to actually climb, you'll need fewer, stronger bets. And, very importantly, the courage to unlearn the old rules. Artifact number 2, the whip of emotional fortitude. Indy never went anywhere without his whip, and so obviously you need yours. This whip, it doesn't just protect your money. It protects, way more importantly, your mindset. This whip is what you use when your portfolio drops 30% overnight. It's what you use when everyone around you shouts sell. And it's what you use when your fear screams run. You use it to lash back at panic, FOMO, and self-doubt. Because a concentrated portfolio isn't hard to make or to create. It's hard because of the emotional swings. Artifact number 3, the map of misbeliefs. This one, man, it's personal. Because this map doesn't chart treasure that's hiding in Pirates of the Caribbean next door. It reveals your buried beliefs and that haunted mansion. It shows the ghosts you didn't know were steering the Jeep. The belief that you'll mess it all up. The idea that getting wealthy is for, air quotes, other people. The fear that one mistake could ruin everything. But take a closer look, because our last financial hidden Mickey of Adventureland is this. The path forward isn't blocked by a real boulder. It's all smoke and mirrors created by the Shadow Man. Because here's the thing, before you can build new wealth, you first have to face the fears and misbeliefs that built you. That's right, besties. We're taking this map straight to our next stop, New Orleans Square. We're going to confront those grim grinning ghosts that do not come out to socialize, but come out to hold you back from becoming wealthy. So hit that like and subscribe, because next Sunday on Lady Boss of Finance, girl, we are going ghost hunting. See you then.